There appeared to be a little bit of drama going on in this afternoon's Minnesota Twins game. Here in the top of the third, Luis Arraez hits a leadoff double. And while he's at the plate, Josh Donaldson has to call time and then says something to Arraez while he's up there.
8 balls have been put in play, and I have 6 of them absolutely smoked.
I don't know who Donaldson was yelling at, whether it was Arraez or was it with.
So it looks like Arraez is slow to take his leadoff here. And then Donaldson says something to him. I couldn't quite pick it up. Let's take a look at that one more time, and then let me know if you can pick up what he says. So kind of a weird situation, but, all's well that ends well, right? Josh Donaldson draws a walk here. You figure, oh, that's the end of that. But no, actually, that wasn't the end of that.
Well, I kind of pointed this out as it was happening. Donaldson, when his at-bat started, called time, and, him and Arraez kind of getting into it a little bit. Nelson Cruz, the moderator, and I think this had to do with Arraez not getting off the base. You got a right-handed pitcher out there, and in your sight lines, you don't want to see either movement. You don't want to be distracted. And I think, whether the discussion was about that, but they were still continuing their discussion as they ran onto the field, which usually you kind of leave that stuff in the dugout and move on. But you spend a lot of time together. And, if you're a veteran player and you don't see something you like or something you don't agree with, or whether it was he didn't think he was taking a big enough secondary or he wasn't getting far enough off the base to get out of his sight line during his at-bat, or I'm sure they'll probably continue that discussion if somebody else still has something to say, but may as well get it out there instead of waiting 9 innings if it's a problem and you think it's affecting your at-bat.
So Justin Morneau, as usual, with some really great insight. That theory is really all I have to go to at this point. I haven't really seen anything else on this situation, but it makes sense. When you're hitting, you do not want extra distractions in the background that may hinder your ability to pick up a pitch. Now, is Josh Donaldson seeming to make a bigger deal out of this than it needs to be? From the outside look again, we don't have all the details. That appears to be so. But one of the concerns I have here is, where is Rocco Baldelli while this is going on? You have Nelson Cruz, obviously a veteran guy, but he's probably not even going to be on this team in a couple weeks. And Tommy Watkins, the first base coach. Where is the manager of this team? Well, you have 2 of your players having somewhat of an altercation in the dugout here. That was a concern to me, and it continued through the game.
The highlights we showed of the Donaldson and Arraez discussion continued as they came off the field, and they took it underneath out of the view of the cameras and hopefully got everything settled.
So again, here's one more look. Arraez appears to be kind of checking out the defense, where the defense is aligned as Peralta set up to pitch. So yeah, he's very close to the base again in the sight line. But I'm not sure if maybe Donaldson took issue to this. Arraez kind of reacting to the situation. It's impossible to say really, looking from the outside in, what kind of the core of what's going on here is. But from what we can tell, it seems like it was not a very big issue made into one potentially. But yeah, they talked in the dugout. They talked heading onto the field in the bottom of the third inning. They talked in the tunnel after the end of the third inning. So hopefully that's just all out of their system now. I do question Rocco's willingness to let the players police themselves to this degree. But what do you think? What do you think of this situation? Thank you so much for watching.